So I I think I'll have to go. Yeah, if I'm going to continue using this like method of playing the sound, then I'll probably have to come up with something. I'm really glad that I'm drawing on the correct layer right now, because otherwise it'd be really sad. It's one of those things that like once you make enough brush strokes, like you have to pray that you're on the right layer, because yeah, and I am, I think, as far as I can tell. I probably should have gotten rid of this grass sooner, just because as far as I know, like once I get rid of this grass, it's probably gonna look different. I'm probably gonna have to like tweak something, but I just took my sweet time converting it over, and we'll see. Oh yeah, that's the other thing that I kind of want to do in the background is once I have like character art and stuff, like once I get to the part where I'm starting to add character art, I think I want to add like people like just like standing next to houses in the background and stuff. I could also do like, I don't know if I felt like it, I could put more of those like fruit vendor carts like in that area too to make it seem more consistent. I don't know. It might be though that like the row you're walking down is the row with like all the fruit vendor carts, and so like in the background, I don't know. Maybe it's more like residential or something. I don't know. Excuse me. I've been completely avoiding like, I mean been putting variation in the houses a little bit, but I've been avoiding like uniquity in terms of like there's no buildings that like, or there's nothing but buildings, right? It's just like different shapes, different sizes of buildings. I haven't actually gone in and added anything significantly different from that. So I mean, if you think about like this environment in the game, like you're gonna be walking through this environment for potentially like a very long time. So I guess that's like any other environment. I don't know. If I was gonna make any major changes like that, though, now would be a good time to do it before I spend too much time on any of these things. Uh, just houses, and houses and houses and houses, or buildings. They might not all be houses, but uh, yeah. Maybe I just shouldn't put as many building. Maybe I just put blah, blah. Maybe I just shouldn't put as many houses on the front layer, on this top layer here. Because like if I do that, then if I avoid putting too many of those buildings on this top layer, well, that'll definitely lend to the feeling that like you're not in the city, you're like next to the city, or you're like walking alongside the outskirts of the city. But it also like, I don't know, like drawing this, like this felt okay, but then like as soon as I showed this layer, like again, it was like, oh gosh, all these houses. It's just like that was the straw. That was the point at which it was like too much, too many houses. So yeah, so I mean, I never actually really planned on putting quite this many here. Anyways, like I was planning on the only reason I drew these in was because for the transition, I think I will want like at least some chunk of housing going on, or houses, buildings, whatever, that sort of thing going on. And then I mean, like, all right. So if I was gonna add something in, what type of thing would I put in? Like, how would I break this up? And actually, for that matter, how did I plan out like the brokenness of the background there? Yeah, not like there's still a ton of houses back here, which is like a few little breaks. So I think that's probably one thing that I'll want to change. I'll probably actually want to reduce the number of houses here. I'll probably want to. I don't know if it's necessarily going to be like this green color, because this green color is literally the same green color as the river that we used, or that we just started drawing on top of the river, and this is literally the same thing that we had back there. Oops, not that high. actually, yeah. So I'll just like erase some of this. Yeah, it's just occurring to me like I kind of want to. I don't want the city to feel quite so big. Like it's okay. It has to feel a little bit big because we're walking through it forever. We just like keep walking through the city forever. But that's like kind of just the partly the nature of the nature of the environment system. We can still oh yeah, that's another thing. Is like the ground back here, right? Like the ground in the other layers is dirt, whereas the ground here is apparently like green. It would seem. So how does that work? So like, yeah. Hold on. Let me just select all, and then actually wait. Hold on. Yeah, I'm just gonna simulate. Just gonna simulate like the parallaxing. Doop doop. It's like, yeah, what do we actually see? It's like when these layers are parallaxing relative to each other. Yeah, we really don't see much of the grass or greenness or anything. We see a little bit of it, like when the yeah, I mean, I guess we see a little bit. So maybe I'll just like excuse me. Maybe I'll just like lead into the green a little bit more gradually on the back layer. Or maybe that's actually fine. Like, maybe that is okay. Am I using Java, C Sharp, Unity, or what? For this, I am using Python. Oh yeah, yeah. So I mean, like for the art, I'm just using Paint.net. But for the version that we see running on screen, I'm actually using Python with Pygame. Very simple, very straightforward. It works. Um, so yeah, I guess I don't know. I think this is probably okay. Like these layers relative to each other. So, I mean, that still leaves the question of like variation here. I think it was like once I put the doors in, like that was when it really started to feel like monotonous. So, I mean, like one of the things I could do is like I was thinking like I could put in like a fountain or something. Like I could put in like a small feature, right? Something to break up. Oh no, you know what I could put in is I could put in another row of like of those like vendor cart people. Like I could put like instead of having them array like laid out like horizontally like across your path, like as if you're walking down the strip with all of them. I could put like a group of them like going into the screen or like into the screen so that like it kind of looked like there's like another alley that you could go down maybe with like more happening down there kind of maybe. Maybe I could replace that building that I don't like, that big building that I don't like. Although actually don't dislike it as much anymore. That building, it doesn't bother me as much. It bothered me a bunch, but then I tweaked it a little bit, and now it does not strike me as offensive. It does not strike me as offensive as it had previously. So let's do what? Let's bring this up slightly, and yeah. So if we're gonna keep this, then I did notice that the like the ground didn't come up far enough. It looked like it was basically like on like the edge of a cliff or something. So yeah, that's better in that regard. And then yeah. All right, so what's the weak link here? I guess if I was gonna get rid of something, I'd probably get rid of these right here. Yeah. So I think I will do that. I think I will do the just like to add a little more variety with with like what we have going on in this layer, because like yeah, we just I'd rather have like, all right, so the way I was drawing them before is like, you know, it's like we have like a wooden cart or whatever, not that high. They're actually very short. But then there's like, you know, posts, and I'll have to be a lot. I'll have to be a lot. Actually, it shouldn't even be that close to the thing. It should be further out. Actually, let me look at the one. Yeah, I mean, I'll probably want to draw these relative to each other, so just so I make sure that the scale is okay. But like basically, like yeah, just like more of those carts, just like down this way, and then I guess like I mean I could put some of them out here as well. There could be some like it could be like a little cart like set up here. Just yeah, I don't know. I feel like there should be something to like connect to the oh, but what does that look like with the background? Huh. Yeah, I guess that's kind of an odd way to lead into the background. Is that gonna... Alright, so maybe I shouldn't try and do like perspective-y sort of thing. Maybe I should just do like a mess of those things. Maybe I should just do like a lump of yeah, so what if instead of having it like that, what if we just had a bunch of carts just like lined up and set up like this. I think in the background I do need oh wait, what if I what if I went the other way with it? What if like we had some that came like more forward? Oh, I guess the one thing I'll have to make sure is to not like accidentally like cover up I'll have to make sure I'm very deliberate with the ground plane in the foreground, because like I think like the ground here should be mostly flat. It should be relatively flat, right? There shouldn't be too much like up and down in the city. I feel like I think they're mostly like built on, at least in my view of these things, they'd probably be built mostly on more of a flat sort of level terrain. So, oops. Oh yeah, right. So let's level this out a little bit. All right, so kind of like I did with the other layers, I'm gonna just so we have the near ground layer. Let's I'm just gonna look here, and then the mid-ground layer, I'm just gonna like slide. Oops, I'm just gonna slide it down and see how it looks. So this would be like roughly how these parallax relative to each other. I mean, it wouldn't slide all the way this far. Like there wouldn't be this much variation, but like it's not like the Earth is literally like shifting and like the geography is. It's not like these buildings are actually moving relative to each other, so you wouldn't see nearly this much parallax. But like over time, you could see any amount of this parallax. So yeah, that seems okay. The ground planes might be a little too discrepant still. Like the ground layer, it just feels too sudden a change. Did I put it back correctly? Yeah, okay. So I might want to just like trim it or something. Like I might want to just like basically just like take one of these border colors and like actually just like draw them in, maybe just like take a smaller brush and just like go in and like I don't know, because right now it's like it's a very sudden sort of like abrupt sort of change. I feel like I don't know. I do tend to have like a slightly different color from the ground versus the path, so I just have like the path. Like the path is this color. This is where the players are walking, and there can just be like this other tone of like the mid-range ground. And again, I don't want the ground, or I want to be very careful that the ground doesn't come up too high, because I'm not trying to make I'm not trying to make it seem like weirdly lumpy or anything. I want the city to feel like it's mostly on flat ground. Yeah. All right. So I think the near ground and the mid ground relate to each other. Okay. Oh yeah, this isn't going to be nearly as long or flat. I just haven't done the buildings on the foreground yet. So yeah, I think these two layers relate to each other. All right. I'm a little not. I'm still not certain about the mid ground and the background. How they. Oops. No, not clone stamp. Never clone stamp. Yeah, I'm not 100% about the mid to background layer transition. So do do do. So yeah. Alright. I will get to the mid background transition in just a second. I'm just gonna finish this off so I don't miss this spot. Also to get rid of those last little vestiges of grass. Do do do. Oh good, we got there. That's the end of the screen. No more scrolling. We did it. We're doing it. Alright. Alright. Alright, so yeah, so the foreground, the near ground and the mid ground, totally good. Midground and the background have no relationship right now, because like the ground planes don't even like connect in any regard. Like it just goes from like this dark oh yeah. Who's where, Asada? Yeah, I guess I should actually figure that part out. Cause yeah, alright, so yeah. Midground, let's actually, so near ground, midground, let's look at these again. So the near ground, what is this? This value is 3975. This one is 3760. So that's to drop by like 15. I don't want to drop by that much. Oops. But let's say, what if like what if we dropped by like 10 more? It's like 50. And like 35 or something. How'd that look? I wonder. That's too extreme. I actually don't want it to be nearly that much. So let's just drop by 5 instead of by 10. That's better. Still significant. Right, but well, yeah. So what I want to do with this actually is like define the low level, or like the ground level in the background. I could just bring up the background actually now that I think about it. So like wait, so like if I had the mid ground for a minute, because is that, yeah, look at that. The way I was like drawing them way lower than this, right? But like this line that I just dashed in there, I'm thinking might be like the low line. So all right, let's shift this up. Doop-a-doop. Shift it up a good amount. Actually, wait here. So this is the line that we drew that we might want to keep roughly the same. So let's cut the or copy this New layer, paste this, and then back on this layer, let's just erase it. Okay, so now let's, the background layer, let's select all, and let's just move this up. So, yeah, what if it was like this high? Because then if we extend this layer, if we extend this line all the way across, then that's like reasonable, right? It's like cuts across in that direction like that, and I'll clean this line up, or rather dirty it up. But yeah, and then yeah, so none of the buildings will come down quite this low. Because what I don't want is I don't want oh yeah, sometimes chat gets really quiet. I don't know if you guys do this, but sometimes when like I'm watching streams, I'll just like zone out. Like I won't even really be engaged. I'll just have it like on the background. Sometimes I'll like, I'll be working on other things and I'm not even like I'm not even listening to like literally every word, but I don't know. Sometimes it's just kind of nice to have it on, right? I feel that way sometimes. Sometimes I'm like in the middle of eating and I don't feel like putting down my fork to pick up the keyboard to actually respond to like anything that anyone's saying. I just tend to assume that people are people are doing that. Sometimes if I'm sitting in bed, I have my keyboard like it's within reach, but if I was gonna reach it, I would have to like I would have to lean and I'd have to like grab it and then I'd have to like pull it over and I'd have to bring out my other arm from like under the covers and sometimes it's just there are literally times that I'm like, oh, I feel like saying something in chat, but then I just don't because I don't feel like doing that. Alright, so the other thing I want to do with this ground plane is I want to push it back a little bit. So like we'll have it coming up to the oh, actually before I go crazy with this, I should make sure I didn't like ruin the whole look of this place. That could be okay. Yeah. I guess alright, I kept saying like I didn't want the ground to be lumpy here, but I guess like this city is actually a little bit hilly because like the stuff in the background here, like that's elevated. Like the way we've defined like relative height of things in this game, like that would have to be elevated in order for that. Like if it were to be like on level terrain, like it actually would have been more towards how it had been previously. It would have been lower down. So yeah, I guess that's fine. I mean some of the pictures that we saw, like the references that we looked at earlier, like that had a similar sort of vibe to them, or like a similar, like the ones that I looked at to get inspired by, like they were actually on level terrain. So I don't know, seems fine. And then so what am I gonna do with the with like the grass and stuff? I mean, I might have just been wrong about not having any vegetation in the city. It might be that I actually do want to bring some vegetation back into the city. If I did, it would probably be of a not like a tropical green, but like a more the green that we had in the river. So maybe oh yeah. So one of the interesting things about the river is that usually I like change the tone of the scene like as you move further back, like as you move forward and back through the layers, like there's a variation in the tone of the way that like it's rendered and shaded. With the river, I actually I had it yellower in front and greener in the back. Because for whatever reason, I just actually liked how that looked. So I'm not gonna yellow this. This color that we have back here because this is actually the same color as from the river. I'm just gonna keep it green. In fact, I might make it even slightly greener. because this green is still a little yellow. So I'm gonna click it. Oh, wrong direction. Click it a few points up in hue, and then let's hide the other layers and like let's use that for the background. Hey Sogom, how's it going? Welcome. Oops, that was supposed to be shaded or whatever. I don't know. Whatever. That's fine. So yeah, I think I want to add in a little bit of green. There's a lot of green in this game, but I don't know. If you go adventuring, you encounter a lot of green. And plus, I do plan on adding a desert at some point, so that'll cut down on the green. And I plan on adding a beach, and that'll cut down on the green. Although, no, yeah, at the beach there won't be much green. There'll be like sand, there'll be water, and there might be like grass, like that sandy grass that grows near the beach. But no, there might be some green in the there might be some green near the beach because actually I'm picturing like the foreground layer, like the layer very nearest to the camera. I'm picturing that to actually have like trees and stuff, so it looks like the camera is like behind the trees and you're on the beach, and then there's the stuff in the background. Yeah. Yeah. So, oh, whoa. You know, it's weird that I just realized. I mean, it's not like, I don't know if I'm actually going to do anything with it, but like, I could actually tint the color of the environments at times if I felt like it. Actually, there's one way in particular that I think I might ever actually do that. The chroma key for this game is like pink. It's like bright pink. It's like, oh, you probably can't even see it. If I spilled pink, that probably looks black on camera, right? Yep, it looks black because I'm using the chroma key. Hold on, wait. Let me undo the chroma key. Oh no, not cam. I did this last time. I accidentally messed up the chroma key on my camera instead of changing the chroma key. Yeah, so that's I had the chroma key set to get filtered out on the desktop. Me! I'm so generous. What a wonderful thing that I have done for myself is I donated $2 to myself. I don't know what to say. Except thank you. Thank you, me. Thank you, me, for my generosity. So Binri donates $2 and says, Kappa. Um, thank you, me. Thank you very much to me. I very appreciate my support and my generosity. So thank you. Thank me. Thank me, everybody. Um, oh man, it's so weird that I'm one of the top donators in my own game. It's like, um, um, oh yeah, yeah. So sorry, this is like neither here nor there, but like with the thing I was thinking with the chroma key business was that if I wanted to, I could like wait here. I'm gonna bring back the other layers just temporarily. I don't know how this is gonna look, but I'm gonna try it. All right, what if I had a new layer and it was like here, and it was like, so what if it was like, uh, uh, sampling layer, blammo, and then not like that though. What if it was like more subtle than that? Yeah, I don't know if this would work actually. It was just occurring to me that like if I wanted to, I could no, that actually might work. So one of the things I talked about one of the one of the things I talked about yesterday, I think it was was the possibility of adding in like separate. So right now there's like the snowy forest, right? And it's always snowing in the snowy forest. But one of the things I was talking about yesterday is like I could separate those things, and I could have like different conditions, right? I could have like snow that falls in other places. I could have rain that falls in other places. I could, cause like, yeah, the thing I was talking about is that with like the with snow, like just because it snows doesn't mean it accumulates. So, like even if it snowed in a different context, like that could still make enough sense. Like, um, it doesn't only have to snow in the forest where there's like snow piled up to the really high places. Um, and yeah. So the thing that occurred to me just recently is that, well, I was just like, so in the back of my mind I've been thinking like, so what are other things I could do along those lines? And so rain, like snow and rain are the obvious ones. Fire is one thing that I think would be funny. Is I could basically just like add extra layers that have fire on them, and so it'd just look like some stuff, some places are on fire. Like I could just have like generic fire layers that just have like towering flames. And so like for example, if I just like stuck them in the city, it would look like the city was on fire. I could stick them in the forest, and it would look like the forest was on fire. Um, Time of day is a thing that had occurred to me like would kind of make sense because time of day can happen anywhere. Like it can be you know it can be daytime in the mountains, or it could be like evening in the mountains. And it occurred to me like the only thing I could overlay the screen with would be the chroma key color. But if I overlay it with like a pinkish tone, it actually almost kind of looks like sunset a little bit. So the reason I can only use the chroma key color is because anywhere there's not, I can't use transparency. So it's the same reason I can't use transparency in the game. If I put transparency in the game, wait here, I'll just bring on screen like what we're actually seeing. And actually, the mountains is not a bad example of this. If you look at the edge of the clouds in the mountains, there's like a very thin pink line around the edges of the clouds, and that's because the edges of the clouds are sorry. Okay. The edges of the, yeah, so the edges of the clouds are slightly transparent, and because they're slightly transparent, they the chroma key system, or like the chroma filtration, it it's not smart enough to know to treat the pink as partially transparent, so it still renders some of it. So if I tried to use transparency of any other color over this pink color, you wouldn't get, it wouldn't be transparent in game. It would be like a slightly off pink color, and it would look horrendous. But I can overlay the chroma key color on top of the chroma key color, and it'll still be the chroma key color, and the chroma system will, or the whatever, will still cover it up. So I don't know. It just occurred to, just I don't know. That's like neither here nor there, but it just occurred to me that I could do that if I wanted to, and I might. So, all right. What were we working on? We were making this whole city. Oh yeah, we were doing the background layer because right, yeah. So we have I do want like, oh yeah, yeah. So right, so we were changing the color of the grass in the background specifically, so that way we can then in the foreground, or in the nearer grounds, we can take the same green color and make it a little brighter, a little more opacious. I don't know if that's a word. It's probably not a word. It shouldn't be a word. Let's be honest. It should not, opacious should not be a word. Oops, wrong layer. Midground. So yeah, so if it felt like there could be like shrubberies or whatever. That might be a little too light. Hold on, let me, oh, I don't actually need these open. I don't know why I opened these. I mean I do, but I don't really need them right now. Let's, don't save. I'm gonna reopen the river again real quick, just because I want to see how what are the differences in tones between the midground, the near ground, and the background? Just so I can stay somewhat in check. Yeah, it does get very bright here. Um, so let's look at the numbers. So the background is 4860. The numbers I'm reading off are the saturation and value. So 4860, 6170, and 7480. So it jumps up by 10 value points, and it jumps up by a lot of saturation, like 13 saturation. Yeah. So all right, so let's do something similar. Let's take this color, jump up by so from 54 to 64 for value, and from 48 to 60 in saturation, or 61 in saturation. So yeah, so that could be, again, it's not going to be the same colors because they have different values, or they have different hues, excuse me. But yeah, that way I can just add a little greenery. And you know what I think actually might be kind of nice is some like vines. I feel like that could be, I don't know if I'll actually do it, but like, I don't know, it seems like it could be cool if like, if there's like, if like some of the, well, not like that, but like, I don't know. I'll see if I can make vines work somehow. Or like ivy, or whatever you want to call it. I don't know necessarily that I will, but I just like the idea that I could. Because yeah, the other thing is that the city was feeling a little too drab. So I think that'll be nice. I could you know, I think I'm gonna actually make the dirt a little bit like clay colored, like just not like red, but like just a little more saturated, or not even more saturated necessarily. Like maybe, yeah, actually, oh, maybe a little more saturated, but also a little more red, like less orangey. How'd that go? That's way too much. Wait, let me try that again. Alright, so the hue is 28 and the saturation is 37. So let's put the... Oh, actually, wait, no. The nice thing about the spill tool is that you can spill and then you can tweak the color. So it's a bit redder and more saturated. I guess we don't really need to go more saturated. And if we did, we should probably go more value-y. When I increase the value of a color, I want to say more valuable, but I don't know if that's the right term exactly. Basically what I want to imply is like that the soil is like rich with like clay, basically. Because I think that's what these roofs are made of, is clay. So then the other thing that occurred to me is that like with all the green and the brown, I was moving back to a palette very similar to the forests, and I didn't want to go that. And like my original concept for this village was to try and make it as red as possible. So I think clay is another way in which you can introduce like a very natural red tone into the game. So I think that's okay. And then I want to change this color too, though, because this was supposed to be like a mid-tone color. So I might not actually even need it as much now. So one thing I could try is just to erase it and see how it looks. So yeah, I might need another mid-tone, but I guess actually I could take the mid-tone the same way I got that original color, but just by like taking one of these intermediary values here. So like, yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Something like that instead. Actually, hold on. Undo, undo. Now that I have that midtone, I'm not gonna bother redrawing it. I'm just gonna spill it. I should use slightly less tolerance. Yeah, like that. Yeah, I don't know. It's not bad, I don't think. More powerful. Try to explain color red without using objects. The color red is the color red is what you feel when you accidentally bite your tongue. Like when you're like, you know, when you accidentally just like you just bring your teeth down like startlingly hard. I mean, like, our jaws are very powerful muscles, right? So when we accidentally hit our own, yeah, the thing that that sensation that you get is the color red. I think that's the best way I would describe. The way I would describe it. It's not because like pain in general could be like a lot of different colors, but like that particular sensation to me is redness. So how does this look in the long view? Yeah, I think this looks good. All right, but yeah, I do need to change. Do need to change the background color too, because that one. All right, yeah. So what are our what? Oh, without using objects. Oh, okay. I just like I interpreted that just to mean like without the physical characteristics of objects. All right. Fine. It's not like I said the color of the tongue, which would have been a very straightforward way to do it. All right, I just can't use objects at all. That's entirely subjective. So there's not really a point in trying because it's kind of like what we were talking about earlier with perception. It's like there's nothing. If we're using nothing objective, then it's entirely up to the person who experiences it. And what's the difference here? These colors are very similar. Alright, so this is 75, this is 64. Alright, so I'll just drop it down by 11, I guess. Although I actually could go even more red into the background, maybe. Possibly. We'll see. Although that would make the transition from red to green really awkward, because red and green are like opposite colors. I would point out that like I don't. You're not seeing something subjective. You're seeing something objective. So, just because he wasn't. If you think that counts, like, good for you. Have a good time. All right. So, 29, 18. No, I shouldn't go more red. I shouldn't go further down the hue tube. I'll just go with a lower value. Oh yeah, again, I should be using the spill can and sampling from layer. Just using the spill can and actually I guess I could go no, I don't want to go darker. Oh yeah, this one actually isn't supposed to be that much darker. But I guess I could actually go a little more huey. A little more towards red. Not necessarily that I should, just that I could if I felt like it, I guess. Maybe slightly less saturation. I don't know, that might be okay. Let's see what it looks like in isolation. I might want to change the color of the wood now. The wood tone, it might not need to change, but I don't know. I might want to reevaluate it given current circumstances. That's what I said. I said if you're not going to use anything objective, then it's, or yeah, if you're not going to use anything objective, it's entirely subjective. So, uh, like in Lauren's example, like sight is objective. Like uh, emotion is arguably objective. So, um, or subjective. Objective. Like anger, like what we perceive of anger is like subjective, but like the concept of anger is as objective as anything else. Um, how do I? Yeah, I like this red color like fitting in with the other color, the other tones that we were using, but it's gonna be really hard to get to work with the green. So maybe I shouldn't just worry about it. Like I was earlier, I was just kind of like gonna let it like kind of just blend together, but maybe I should actually like be more deliberate in my usage of it, which would be fine. I do think though, actually, I think I made it a little too dark. I don't think I actually meant to make it quite so dark. So so let's spill that again, and then just like lighten it up a little bit, just a very little bit. It's too. Oh, it got too purpley. So actually, I'm gonna swing it back on the color wheel. It actually didn't go like towards purple at all, but it was more towards pure red, and so compared to the other more orangey reds, it felt like a more purpley color. Hopefully that's okay though. All right, I'm not actually going anywhere. I'm going to mute the microphone for just 1 second, but I'll be right back. I'm not actually going anywhere. Sorry, just 1 second. Pardon me. All right. Let's yeah, let's continue on with this. All right. I think we have pretty much all the pieces in place. I've probably said that before. um, yeah. Oh yeah. Right. So the vegetation color. What was the magic numbers? It was like 10 value points. So 64 and whoa, wait a second. 48. Wait, saturation 48. Whoops. I'm sampling layer again. Duh. All right, so 61, 63. All right, so 73 uh and then 74. I said those in the wrong order, but whatever. I I clicked them in the right order, so that's the important part, right? All right, so then, oops, again, wrong layer. All right, so this will be the vegetation in the foreground. That seems pretty good. Oh, what does it look like on the face of the? Sorry, I'm like slamming my stylus against everything. Yeah, it looks okay. It looks fine on the face of the. Doop-a-doop. All right, cool. Oh yeah, and I guess I should have the shading tones as well. So I'll just oh, these are in the same value range, so uh oh, but they're not, yeah, they're in the same value range, but they're not in the same saturation range. So I'll just drop it down by like, I don't know, like 8 points or something. Wait, where did I start? 70, 72? Whatever. 72. So I'll drop it down to like 64. Stop honking at me. That seems fine. I mean, actually, no. You know what? I'll go a little bit darker for the top layer. I'll go down to like 50 something. Because like I was saying before, I like having more contrast on the top layer and having less contrast on the other layers. So on the midground, for example, I think I'll only drop it down by, so starting at 63, I'll only drop it down by like, down to like 54 or something like that. Yeah, so there's not as much contrast there. Just for fun. There might be slightly too much contrast up here, but I can figure that out later. and then the background, I might not have any contrast in the background, or I might not have any shading. Although if I did, it would probably be like what? It'd probably be like drop down by very little at all. It's like something like that. Okay, so I think we can fire it up now. Oh yeah, so the stuff that I was doing, for example, was to bring the ground plane in this back layer. Right, so we can't go lower than what we have here, but we do want to bring the ground plane up to these buildings, so these buildings sit on the ground and not below it. I think you know why you don't have wings, SOCOM. Right? I feel like, yeah. So the one thing to keep in mind, SOCOM, is that if you ever use your real name, it will remember you. Like it thinks it's everything's under my name right now, but it doesn't go just by the name you input. It goes by the name it goes by your most recent name. Like, it's actually a really weird system because it kind of goes by both. And it's because so this Twitch alerts stream labels is the system that I'm using to get this data. And the thing about Twitch alert stream data is that, like, okay, so there's like this there's this list of where is it? It's like the all-time top donators, right? So there's If Dog Then, Cheeseman Panda, Creative, and me, right? I'm on this list. The thing about that is that this list goes by like the source. It doesn't go by what you input. So for example, if Dog Then donated again, and if Dog Then donated under the name like Sogom, for example, then so like let's say If Dog Then donates $10 under the name Sogom. Then it doesn't say Sogom 10, If Dog Then 50. It says Sogom 60, and If Dog Then disappears completely. So in the same sort of way, if whoever this person is, if whoever Binri is, whatever this, if I donated again under a different name, then it would all get attributed correctly. But right now, this is attributed to me because I donated this. Like, I was the last person to donate from this account. So, yeah, something to keep in mind. It's yours whenever you want it. You just have to take it. The other thing is that, I mean, like, because of that aspect, like, yeah, I don't know. Because of that, like you can reclaim it, but then if you ever use a joke name again, then you'll lose it again. So, yeah. I like that this is getting competitive. Oh, did I? Oh, sorry. Code Hard Programming. Hey, how's it going? Sorry, I saw your chat, but I was like in the middle of a sentence when I saw you say hi. So I was like in my mind, I was like, remember to say that once you're done with the sentence, and then I didn't. But hey, how's it going? Welcome. All right, so oh my gosh, you know what's funny is I used to eat pizza like not literally. I was gonna say not literally every week, but almost every week, at least every other week. One of the things that I did not really think about is that when I went indie, I just couldn't do that anymore. I just like I'm not supposed to be like throwing around money like crazy, so I have to like actually start being a little more deliberate with my purchases. And when I started looking at my purchases and like where am I spending money that I don't have to spend money, pizza was actually a really big one. It was like a major like budget. What the heck is happening with my computer right now? I don't know, but I don't care either. changes about going indie was my diet. I like don't. Yeah, well, I mean, I say I don't eat pizza basically ever anymore. Like, I think I've had pizza like literally once since I've gone indie, versus versus once every week or so. Um, I replaced it with nachos because nachos are like a much more cost effective alternative to pizza. Or as I say, I'm not gonna I'm not like I definitely don't have a steady income, but I'm not gonna balk at donations because I when I put up the donations button, I was like, well, someone told me I should put up this button, but like no one's ever gonna use it, and I did not expect people to actually ever use it. I I don't know. Turns out people use those buttons, so I don't know. So thank you guys. Everyone who everyone who used that everyone who's used that button, I very much appreciate it. Your generosity is mind blowing. um, that's good. Whoa, 10 books! Yikes! If I only had pizza every 10 books I read, I would have had pizza once in my life. No, I would have never had pizza in my entire life. No, that's probably not true. I probably read at least some books when I was in school, but I'm not. I'm not illiterate. I'm not literally illiterate. Like I do know how to read. I just, I just I'm unliterate, I guess. Yeah. Um, no, actually, no, actually, now that I think about it, no. When I was younger, I would have had so many pizzas because I used to read a lot when I was younger, and then I just like I don't know why I got out of the habit. I used to when I was younger, I used to read like a bunch of like cool series, like there was like young like they I don't know people write like cool fantasy stuff for like young adults and stuff. So like uh, there's this author Robert Aspirin that I was really into. There's this series The Animorphs. I'm sure that at least someone's heard of, which was not like it was not like quality literature, but it was I read it a lot and I liked it. Uh, I can I can relate to that. um, yeah, I think I mean part of it is that like some authors will make a book quite challenging, right? Like some like not all literature is like a page turner, right? Like a lot of it can be actually really difficult to read. Like um, depending on like the subject matter or like how it's handled, or how the how basically like how the author approaches the material. Like a book can be like a very disturbing experience and one that like you don't necessarily want to blitz through. I find it's the opposite with pizza. I find most pizza makers like make pizza good and tasty and delicious. Like if you I tend not to go for the pizza makers who make pizza gross and like unpleasant. Those are not my favorite pizzas. Um, all right, so this is like the gist of the background, which I think I'm probably gonna stick with. I mean, I might space. I might. Oh, you know what? This green color is too dark. There's too much contrast on this. Actually, is it too much contrast on the green, or is it just too much contrast putting that? Yeah, no, maybe it's just maybe I just shouldn't put this color up against the light tone. Maybe I should use the lighter tone. Because like there's just I don't know that seemed too sharp just because like the clay was so light versus the yeah. I'm calling everything clay at this point. I don't know why. The ground is clay. The buildings are clay. Whatever. Uh, teaching gig in Korea. Ooh. Do they not know how to eat pizza in Korea? Which is probably a really odd thing to hear said for people who have not been reading chat, but um, I oh man. Well, I'm sorry to hear things didn't work out with the job, but I'm glad to hear things worked out very well with the pizza. With the pizza itself. That's the important part, in some respects. Depending on your definition of important and respects. Uh, I'm gonna put a path leading off into the hills for no particular reason. Just because I can. And, oops. It's not gonna be quite so... It's gonna be like, I don't know, I'm gonna try and use perspective a little bit to make it look like it narrows as it goes off. Yeah, I don't know, something like that. And then, alright, I should just fix up the shape of these buildings, because right now they're still, like, kind of a mess. Yeah, I can do the shaping. Like, I roughed in the middle layer, so the middle layer is, like, mostly, at least, you know, like, the details are not there, but the silhouettes are, so I'll do basically the same thing now with this layer. And then, like I said, I might tweak a few things, but I think, like, you know, it's like solidifying. We're getting to a place where, like, a lot less will change as we proceed. I think I mean, there's not much contrast on the shading back here, so I think I'm gonna actually use that to my advantage and use more shading. So, like, there will just be, like, darker, like, entire regions of just, like, more darkly shaded whatevs. Oh yeah, the other thing I was thinking about was, like, the building features, right? Like on the mid-ground layer, the buildings, like, had doors and windows and stuff. I think I'll probably do windows and stuff, but I'm probably not gonna do as many doors, like, because, like, the reason I did so many on the other layers, I was trying to, like, imply what price does a pizza? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, weren't we talking about pizza economics earlier? We were talking about how, yeah, like, what you expect to pay, and, like, what are the oh shoot, yeah, I forgot how these roofs would not be nearly as tall as they were. That's fine. I mean, I did bring this up, so it's probably fine. I can either bring it up further, or I can just this is probably actually fine. Oh yeah, so we were talking about, like, the different types of pizzas earlier, and, like, what you know, what quality versus whatever. So yeah, I bet, like, I think there are, like, deals, like, at some pizza places near me where, like, you can get, like, you know, you can get, like, you can get, like, a few medium pizzas for, like, you know, for like what, like, $6 each or something like that. And then I don't know, which, like, the delivery fee, or, like, if you, so, like, what would that be with, like, a 20% tip? It'd be like I don't know, with 20% of 6, I can do that. That's 24. No wait, 20% of 6. No, what is 20%? 20% of 1 is 10 times 6 is... No, 20% of 1 is 20 times 6 is $1.20. $1.20 is 20%. So $7.20 a pop. But then I think it's, like, a deal where you have to order, like, 3 of them. I don't know. Like I said, I haven't ordered pizza in like half a year, so And I also, oh, that's the other thing is like I moved recently, so I don't actually know about local places. I'm just going by like what has been my experience with pizza in the past. Um, uh, yeah, where I used to live, there were a bunch of really good pizza places. There's one place that made a pizza that was like they had the biggest pizza they had was so big that I could only technically finish it, which was nice because I like I said, I ate a lot of pizza, right? I there were times that I ate there were times that I would eat like a really like gratuitously large pizza and I would finish it and it would have been way too much pizza, but like it wouldn't have been so much pizza that I couldn't stop thinking about food. So like I like I don't know. I I guess what I'm trying to say is one of my skills in life is the amount of pizza I can consume. It's not a skill for like the better necessarily. It's not something that enriches my life or makes me a better person. It is it is simply an aspect of who I am as a person. Um, and I embrace that. I try and be real about myself. I I'm not perfect, but if I'm going to accomplish anything in this life, it'll be I think it helps to at least know who you are, right? I am Ben. I'm Ben R. I'm a person who can brutalize pizza. um, and yeah, I'm not a person who can do arithmetic. I can do math actually pretty well. I I'm actually pretty good at math. Like big math, like hard math, like I used to take like calculus courses and like I took calculus courses in like high school and I took like advanced placement courses. So when I went into college, I actually majored in math my first year in college or at my first year at university. And turns out I don't like it that much. Like more than I like math, I like video games. So that worked out better for me in the end. But I don't know. I'm not bad at math. I cannot for the life of me do arithmetic though. Like as we saw a second ago when I tried to calculate 20% of 6, they just like some people like you say like you know what's blah 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 times blah 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 and they like just immediately like they spit back like oh that's blah 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 blah. Me no, nope. I'm the one who will think for a minute, come up with the wrong answer, but say it like it's the right answer, realize it's the wrong answer, or sometimes not realize it's the wrong answer. At this point, I don't think I actually even realize that it's the wrong answer. I think it's just like I know myself well enough to know that the first answer to arithmetic problem that comes out of my face is going to be the wrong answer. So I just immediately and inherently doubt myself, and I'm almost always 100% correct to have doubted my own arithmetic skills because I do eventually prove myself to have been originally wrong, and then eventually I figure out the correct answer. Uh, but it is not my strength. You will never see me doing a arithmetic live stream. That is not something in my skill set. That is not something any of you want to see me do. I apologize for the times that I do arithmetic on stream and you end up accidentally seeing me do arithmetic because those are not my finest moments. If I could avoid it, I would have. Uh, what am I working on? I'm the game that I'm working. So right now I'm drawing environment art. I'm drawing like it's gonna be a village eventually. Here, so like this is like the background, and then this is like the again it's not done. It's still a work in progress, but like this is gonna be like a village eventually, and I started working on like the near ground. So like there's gonna be like little fruit vendors and stuff like that, and the game that I'm working on is the game that we see down here. So the village is going to be another setting for this game, and it's called Side Quest. Is what I'm calling it. I'm calling it a tabletop MMO. It's basically like it plays through a live stream, you might notice that you have a character in the game. We all have characters in this game. There's your character right there. Um, and so Trusty Bard is the storyteller. If you oh hey yeah, I've never seen this quest chain before. I mean, I've wrote this quest chain, so I've seen it before, but I've never actually seen it. I've never actually seen it happen, so that's cool. Uh, um, so what? Oh, sorry, I zoned out of chat for a minute. Um, I'm putting that on my resume, so go. It never occurred to me to put how much pizza I can eat on my resume. I'll put that in place of arithmetic. Like if anyone asks about arithmetic, I'll just be like, you know, no. So if you, uh, yeah, I'm gonna say yes, Cheeseman Panda. um, if it's really important for you, if it's really important to you, for me to play Kerbal Space Program and eat pizza, like I was saying, eating pizza within my skill set. Kerbal Space Program, I don't know. You're not the first person to tell me it's a good game and that I should play it. So who knows? Maybe I'd be okay at it. Maybe it's something I could manage. Um, but I don't know. I guess maybe we'll find out. um, so um, how much is Kerbal Space Program now? I think last time I checked it was like $15, which is I think the only reason that I didn't get it. Like when I heard about it, it was like I mean not when I heard about it, but like I mean I'd heard about it for like a long time, and then the time that like someone actually like told me I should get it, like one of my friends was like, hey, this game's great, you should try it out, it's really fun, blah blah. Um, it had been out for a while, so like when I went to check, I was expecting it to be like less than $15 by that point. I thought the price would have come down, just because it's been out for so long. But it hadn't, and it wasn't, and it was still, I don't know. That was like the only reason I hadn't picked it up already. It just seemed, yeah. I guess I was just expecting a different price point, but I don't know. Maybe it's still, I don't know. I haven't checked in a while, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Another game on my list of games that I know I should probably get at some point, but I haven't yet. The Stanley Parable. I don't know if you guys have. I don't know if some of you have played that. I haven't, but I hear it's tremendous. I hear it's definitely worth playing. So it's another one on my list of like someday, somehow, it'll happen. I hear. Like I haven't like I've been kind of almost not necessarily intentionally, but like just coincidentally like kind of avoiding like the to the extent that I don't have to spoil the Stanley Parable for myself, I've been not spoiling it for myself. And the stuff that I have heard about it though, like not like direct like descriptions of it, but basically just like general like 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 the themes of the game and stuff like that. Like it sounds amazing. It sounds really great. Like I don't know why I haven't yet. Actually, no, I do know why. It's because again, I'm indie now, so I have to make very very deliberate and careful choices about what I purchase. And until I get my revenue streams up and running, then it's nachos and free to play games for me for a little while. I'm not complaining. It's just it's different, and I'm getting used to it. I'm pretty well used to it. I don't even think about pizza anymore. That's how used to it I am. So oh whoa, sorry, chat. Lucid dreaming. Oh. Sorry, I'm still not even fully caught up on chat. Yeah, I tried to lucid dreaming once and it didn't work very well. I never. There have been a few times where I don't think I've ever really like lucid dreamed. There have been like close enough though. There have been a few times where like in a dream like I realized that I have superpowers or something like that. And like frankly, like if I was gonna be lucid dreaming, that's like what I'd be doing with my time anyways. I'd be like just having superpowers and stuff. Oops, what am I doing? What the heck? What's happening? Oh, it's freaking. I have this like really cool program where I can control both of my computers using the same mouse, like my mouse on my laptop, for example. But if I leave my cursor on the wrong screen, my tablet doesn't work, which is, yeah, fun. Tons of fun. Uh, all right. So this still feels like too many houses. It still feels like too dense. I think I should probably thin it out again. I mean, it's probably partly because like the way it lines up, like you don't see any of them. Yeah, I should thin this out again. I should get even fewer of houses. So let's let's do what? Let's erase this and and probably erase some of this too. And then this can just be grassier. It's just like, I don't know. Like, I was describing this as a village originally, right? And I do kind of want it to feel like a village, I guess. And, like, there's no getting around the fact that uh, you're gonna, like, march through it and it's gonna seem really long, but it doesn't have to seem as, like, as jam-packed, I guess, as it had been. Like that, I didn't like about how it was, like, looking. So, yeah, also, I don't know, I guess I don't have a really good resolution to to like these two, to like the dirt versus the grass, but whatever. It doesn't need a great resolution, anyways. Wow, sorry, I'm like perpetually behind on chat. Um, so oh, okay. I'm not that far behind on chat. I was like, okay, yeah, no, code hard programming actually asked twice what I'm working on. I was like, I got disoriented and I was like, wait a second, where am I? Oh yeah, so just so I don't have to describe it again, code hard programming. If you look in my info section, there's a link side quest which tells you everything you need to know about this game. It tells you more than you need to know about this game. But if you do have any questions, please feel free. Oh yeah, Sogom said it. Uh, yeah. I should buy Game Maker and buy the Android module. Make Android games for $1. I make Android games for free right now, so that'd be $1 that I don't have to spend. Uh, yeah. Oh, I haven't. I haven't. Oh yeah. Uh, Fire up event right now about cheese and pandas. Sure. Um, you uh, you enter an unfamiliar glen, uh, sprawled uh, across the green pastures. Oh wait, this is gonna get tweeted. Hold on, wait. I don't feel like tweeting this. So, crown, Binry. Oh, sorry. I'll do it after this event. I wasn't fast enough. Um, okay. Yeah, that's the funny thing about this control panel now. That I mean, maybe that's fine. Like, as it had been with like with side quest, like now that it gets tweeted out, like I had been like telling a coherent story, right? I had been Sorry. I had been like telling a mostly linear sort of story, and like maybe instead of like harping on that, maybe I should just be more spontaneous and more off the cuff. Like everything was so consistent and orderly and so on. I was inclined to like I was inclined to just keep going with that, but maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should just do everything all the time, forever. Uh, all right. I don't know. I'm still. I know it sounds funny, but I'm still learning how to play this game. Uh, or I'm like basically what I mean by that is I'm still like trying to figure out what's the best way to administer this game. I'm like, is that? Oh, I thought that was like a smudge on my monitor, but no, that was like just a weird thing in there. Yeah, I know. I mean, like, I know I really haven't cracked. I really haven't figured out the right way to do what to act as game master yet. Like, or at least I haven't gotten good enough at it yet. Why am I making this come up so high? I don't know. I haven't gotten good enough at it yet to really call myself a good game master or anything. But thanks, Susan Panda. Thank you for your input. So wait, so Crown Binry, yay! I am a daring leader. So Hark, you come to an unfamiliar glen, sprawled across the lush vegetation are dozens of roly pandas. You this has to be about cheese as well. So I guess you what event type should this be? You um uh they look like they would play. Alternately, you could go partake of a or alternately you could go snack from a wine and cheese bar someone set up nearby. How's that? It's got pandas, it's got cheese. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, Lauren. It didn't seem fair for event types. Oh well, okay. So I didn't actually change anything recently, Lauren, but the percentages. It didn't. What? So yeah, right. So for event types, 0, 1, 2, and 3, it goes by influence, the percentages. But for event types 4 and 5, like in order to get perfect balance on an event type 4, you need to get 50-50, right? But if there are two players and they don't have the same influence values, then if you and one other person tried to play a type 4, like it could be impossible for you. And so for event types 4 and 5, it just goes by sheer number of players. Yeah, because like with event types 2 and 3, it doesn't matter how much influence you have because the amount of influence you want to use is as much influence as possible, right? Because like the whole point of event types 2 and 3 is that you're trying to push it as far in one direction as you can. With event types 4 and 5, like it actually matters, like for gameplay purposes, strategically how much influence you have. So because influence is like kind of a secret number, like you never know your exact number. Then you yeah, that was why I went that way with it. Uh, the event types were, yeah, no. So for event types 0, 1, 2, and 3, it's influence, and then for event types 4 and 5, it's count, it's player count, because they're very similar concepts. Like a lot of times, like the one with the most players will be the one with the most the one with the most players will be the one with the most influence, and vice versa. But yeah. So yay! All right. Oh shoot! What is the command? Balance x. Balance x. What a lovely afternoon. Balance x. Oh wait, what? Oops. Oh well, I was gonna make that balance x. Anyways, I didn't notice so many people had snacked. Well, that's what you get for not playing with pandas. Good job, whoever played with pandas. Sogon, it was lovely to have you here. Enjoy your wine and cheese. All right. All right. So what were we doing? What were we actually doing? Oh, hold on. I'm gonna uncrown myself. Doop doop. There we go. All right. What were we? Yeah, we were drawing like trees or like vegetation and buildings. Is that? I think I need fewer buildings on the mid-ground now. Like, I mean, I do have some smaller buildings, which is nice, and I have, I don't know, I think I'm gonna, like, just chop off this building. Floop. Doop-a-doop. I should be using I don't know why I keep using my mouse for this stuff. I should be using my stylus, because it's a lot easier that way. Yeah, so... I kind of like the forest. So just as an example, I'm just gonna teleport to the forest real quick. Because I want to mention, the thing I like about the forest is that the trees are very spread out. They're actually, like, in terms of, like, how many trees there are, like here, we can see the effect, and I'll even look at the files too. Like the trees are not dense. Like in the very far back, like yeah, of course they get dense like when they have to fill up, but like in the mid-ground and the near-ground, they're actually very far apart. Like you're mostly just seeing into the background. But because there are two layers and because they parallax over each other, it feels like there are a lot of trees. Like you look at the screen and you're like, wow, that's a lot of trees. But at the same time, it doesn't feel dense. Like at the same time, like you look at it and it feels like open. It feels light. And so I think I went too far with the houses. Oh yeah, we were in the mountains before, so whatever. I don't know if it matters, but oh, I can screw up the event system by using the teleport command, which is fun. Hadn't thought of that before. Naomi, hey, how's it going? Welcome. Yeah, so that's I guess what I'm trying to do now with the town is basically like thin it out again. So that, and then I think I'm gonna get rid of of this one too. Shloop. Bloop. and then finish erasing that so it doesn't look weird. Uh, what do I think about Valve's choices in Steam machines? I I'm not like it's not I'm not in any hurry to get a Steam machine for myself. It seems like a neat idea, I guess. I actually don't have like any consoles right now. Well, yeah, actually, if I got a console right now, I might get a Steam machine before I got like another one, because at least like with a Steam machine, I have like a library of games there. Uh, right? It's kind of nice that you can buy a console and not have zero games, because that's always what happens. Like whenever like the new consoles come out, or like if you're ever like whenever you make that leap and you get like a new console that you didn't have, that's what you have to deal with. And uh, oops. So yeah, so it seems like a cool idea. I haven't tried the controller in a long time, so I don't know how well that turned out. But as if they were able to get it down, then it seemed like cool technology. What program do I use for making sprites and backgrounds? I like right now, honestly, I'm just using Paint.net because it works, and I know I should like if I was taking art a little more seriously, I'd probably choose like a different tool set, but I'm not a great artist, and even if I had a really great tool set, I wouldn't be a great artist. So I don't tend to worry about it as much. I'm just like, yeah, I'll just do what I can do, and for those purposes, Paint.net is entirely satisfactory. So also there are a few niceties about it. Like I mean, it's competent. I don't mean to darn it with faint praise, but it it does a lot of things right, and then also like some things in particular that it does that are kind of nice. It like makes the pixel management like really easy, really straightforward. So you don't have to like, or so like yeah. So for example, the game that I'm working on, it's really important to get the pixels lined up for a lot of the assets, and so that makes it really easy and doable. I made like the same building twice basically, but that's fine, I guess. Uh, I can't go crazy with the windows because I did that before and it didn't turn out a way that I liked. Yeah, I don't have to put very many windows in at all, actually. Yeah, Paint.net gets the job done. That is a good way of putting it. Also, I've been using it for the entire project so far, so I'm very used to it, and specifically, I know how to use its tools in order to get the aesthetic or like the look of the art as I've done it so far in this game. So, oh yeah, yeah. All right, yeah. Thank you, Lauren. I should fix that. Maybe I'll look. I'll take a quick break to look into that real quick. Oh my gosh, I'm glad Paint.net didn't crash because I haven't safety saved in like since I started the program, and that would have been tragic. There are a few crashes in Paint.net, but fortunately, I did not find any of them. Um, so, uh, Cheeseman Panda, the $50 donation was the time that I started crying a little bit, only a little bit. um, uh, where was I going? Oh yeah, I was gonna. Yeah. All right. So the reason the passive chirp is really loud is that I had been using Pygame earlier to do the sound as well, but like how the event noise like rarely ever played, like it just like was not reliable. So I switched over to wind sound, and uh, I switched over to wind sound, but wind sound doesn't have volume controls, so it was a little not perfect. Show advanced options. No. Shoot. I was hoping. So this is the thing that I was using. So I converted to use wind sound. I converted my OGs over to WAVs, and I was hoping. I remember they gave me options when I was doing the conversion thing, and I was hoping one of the I didn't like pay attention to the options very closely, but I was hoping one of those options was volume. Oh, this is the site that didn't actually work with. This probably isn't going to work, but does it have? No, it doesn't even have. Doesn't even have options like that. Huh. So, I wonder if there's one that has volume controls. Ogwav.com. Do I have any audio tools that would allow me to be doing this? I wonder. Change WAV volume. How to modify increase-decrease volume of a WAV file. Please, internet, please B2 telling me. Audacity? I might have Audacity. I think I remember tinkering around with that once. Audacity. Yeah, look at that. Hey. Hey! File, open. This PC. C. Projects. Journey. Passivechirp.wav. Make a copy of the files before editing. Sure. Alright, so audio file and waveform. To increase or decrease the volume, use the slider bar with the plus minus to increase, decrease the dB. Oh, here we go. That's still a little loud. That's much better, right? That's probably a lot nicer, right? Cheeseman Panda, thank you for your concern. The thing about game dev is that you don't just like, I don't know. That's not my, I don't know. Thank you for your concern. I'll just say that. I appreciate your concern. And yeah. Alright. Oh my gosh, Cheeseman Panda. Photoshop costs like $10 million. I don't know if you know that, but am I thinking about using Photoshop? Or is there other questions? Sorry. Oh, sorry, I'm like reading chat out of order too. I'm kind of a mess, but whatever. Alright. So, export audio, I guess? Or like say, apply chain. I don't know what the, wait, what does it tell me to do? Export files. Wait, what? Oh, save as type. Actually, I'm going to bring it back up slightly. So that was 25. Let's do negative 20. Is that okay? Is this an okay volume? It seems like loud. I want it to be like loud enough that you can actually hear it, but are you asking me if? No, I'm not even gonna touch that one. Save. Wait, there's no save file as. There's only save project as. Oh, save as type. Oh, file export. Okay, yeah. So file export audio. Export audio. Passive chirp. I could just save it over the old one, I guess. No, I shouldn't do that though. Low. Okay. No. Alright, so let's see the difference. Alright, so I'm gonna play the loud passive chirp for just for comparison purposes, sorry. Alright, well the loud one didn't seem very loud, but the soft one did seem softer, so hopefully that's Hopefully that's okay. All right, so I'm just gonna swap out the passive chirps. Fortunately, I don't even have to restart the script or anything because the audio solution that we're using, the uh, the audio solution that we're using is it reloads the file every time it plays the sound effect. So for better or worse, that's what it does, and I think that should be okay. Yeah, I mean, like the chirp is high pitch. It's a little high pitch. It's supposed to be a small noise, and in order for it to be small and both audible, like both audible, like both, in order for it to be like a small noise but still able to catch someone's attention, it is a little high pitched, right? I don't know. Hopefully it's better. I think like the changed version is about how loud it used to be. So I don't know. If it is though still too loud and it's distracting or unpleasant, then we can continue to change it. All right, so yeah, so I don't know, let's put some windows over here, I guess. I'll put one here, and I don't know, one here. Actually, I don't know, here. I keep putting them on like the left side. I don't know why. I kept feeling inclined to put it there, but then I guess I'll put one here. Yeah, and then all right. So then I think yeah, one of the other things I had going on with the windows was like some. Oh, I also I put shading around the windows, so let's do that. Doop-a-doop. Much smaller brush. Size 3. Doop-a-doop. Doop-a-doop-a-doop. In order to get a Twitch partnership, you have to have a lot of followers. Or not, it's not even that you need a lot of followers, it's that you need a lot of concurrent viewers. So like, in order to get a Twitch partnership, I would need like at least like 500 people on the channel all the time. But yeah. Yeah, Cheeseman Panda. Oh, wait, why is that event multi? Is that event supposed? I don't think that event is supposed to be multi. Is it? Oh no, yeah, no, it is supposed to be multi. It used to be, it used to be not multi because you used to have to make an accusation, but it is multi, which means you can choose multiple options if you want to just hedge your bets, right? And yeah, that's what that's about. Um, yeah, so for example, right, so Cheeseman Panda said Jester, War Chief, and so yeah, typically yeah, it actually would overwrite the previous. So like if the event wasn't multi, then it would overwrite. So like it just like Cheeseman Panda would have effectively changed his action. But because that event was multi, what Cheeseman Panda actually did was to register for Jester and then register War Chief as well. So he had actually chosen both. So because it turned out to be Jester, he got half credit because like Jester was perfect, but War Chief was not, and so it evened out to because he did multi and chose both. It like it averages out. Yeah. Uh, well, yeah. So like the reason they got Twitch partnership though is because they had like 500 people. Like no, like I don't think they take away your partnership if you dip below 500 people. But in order to get them to give you the partnership in the first place, you have to get. Well, we can look it up because they have it right on their website. Doop doop. Hey, looks at my dashboard. Yeah, if you scroll down to the bottom, there's the partners button, or there's the link to the partners page, and they say, oh yeah, so then you can apply for partnership, and it says requirements. Average concurrent viewership of 500 plus, not just a one-time peak. So, they do say they make exceptions, but I went to, at PAX East just this past weekend, I went to a panel on the Twitch open, what is it, like the community Twitch whatever panel thing, and they were talking about this actually, and I actually had a chance to chat with Blacklight Attack, who works at Twitch and handles a lot of the partnership stuff, and he was saying that like they can make exceptions, right? They just don't, and they try not to. They don't do it very often, and they try not to. How long is this stream? I started streaming. Oh wow, is it 6:30 already? Whew. I started streaming like 8 hours ago, and I'm probably gonna stream for at least a little while longer because I want to. I'm like I like the direction that the village is going, but like I don't want to let up yet. I want to like cram a silly village face. No, I don't know why that got violent all of a sudden. No, I just want to really drive this a little further before I give up. Not give up before I sign off for the evening. Yeah, before I just like sob uncontrollably and never pick up a game dev making thing ever again in my life. Yeah. I'm just polishing windows. That's my new job. I'm gonna become a window polisher, full-time window polisher. I'm really good at it. Look at all this experience I have. Like bleep bleep, just two. Oops, that one was a mistake. Oh gosh. Oh no, I've lost my touch. Just two little dashes. And you get nice shiny windows. Alright. So, I'm not going to go crazy with like detailing or anything, but I think the last thing I'll do for now, actually, let me see how this looks on this back layer. It might be, yeah, that might have been a little bit much. Like maybe I shouldn't actually have done that on this layer. Like maybe the windows should just be a little bit duller on the back layer. Yeah, I definitely shouldn't have used the same tone. So I'll just, what will I do? Yeah, I'll just like dull it a little bit. And then, just spill. Did that do anything? Oh, it's too, whoa, that's not, nah, shoot. Alright. I take it back, I'm a terrible window polisher. I polished them all wrong. Reprehensibly. My window polishing skills are just so, oh gosh, I'm a failure at everything. I'll never succeed at anything in my life. Games I've, oh yeah, that's, I'm not even really trying to get, partnership, because, like, I applied for it, like, on the off chance they were like, sure, why not? But, like, no, I'm not holding out any hope for partnership, and I actually don't even care about it, because, like, there's nothing special about the subscribe button, really. Like, it's not like having a subscribe... Actually, no. You know what I want to do? Is I want to have chat emotes. I want to have, I want to make chat emotes. I want to make, like, little Trusty Bari chat emotes, and I want to make, like, all kinds of little fun chat emotes, because I think that would be really fun. And I just like having chat emotes in general. That's the only reason I'd want partner. I don't care about the subscribe button, and I don't care about the, like, the resolution quality button, whatever. I want to make chat emotes is what I want. I should probably check how these look before I do all of them again. Yeah, that's fine. uh, yeah, and like so yeah, someday maybe I will care about partner, but right now it's just like it's not even on my mind. What I want is to make get people to realize like game dev streaming is like a thing, because it seems like a lot of people who could enjoy it like just don't even know it exists yet, or else people are like tangentially aware of it, but they just haven't even gotten in the habit of like actually watching it. Because I'm pretty sure there's like I don't know. I mean, like, I'm not going to complain about it, like about like numbers, of course, because like the viewership of game dev streaming is going up right now. Like if you compare how many people were watching game dev streaming a few months ago to how many people are watching it now, it's kind of amazing. Um, that said, I am I guess at this point I'm doing what I can to kind of push it along. I basically consider myself a part-time like a professional part-time person who tells people how cool game dev streaming is. Because I don't know. I think I think it's like well, I think it helps to promote the medium for a few reasons. Game dev streaming is going to be very worthwhile for game devs once the viewership like hits a critical peak, and once there are as many people watching as game dev streamers can actually get partnership and stuff like that. And on the very same stroke, game dev streaming is going to be very, very much worth watching once a lot of really talented, not just because there are a lot of really talented game devs streaming right now. No, but no, what I mean is it'll be like it's still hey, new follower. Code Hard Programming, look, thank you very much for following the stream, and welcome to the channel. No, there are a lot of talented game devs streaming right now, but even still, at this point, sometimes you have to look around and try and find one that you like, and it's not like there are an infinite number of streamers online right now, so sometimes maybe the one that you want to watch, or maybe there's sometimes that you can't even find one that you necessarily wanted to watch, right? So so game dev streaming in general is going to become a much better form of entertainment once there are once there are more people streaming. So it's a chicken and an egg sort of thing. And so while the medium is growing and there are more people watching and more people streaming than ever before, it's also the sort of thing that the more it happens, the more it can happen. So I don't know. I guess I'm just trying to do what I can to help that process along. All right, I'm not gonna get super detailed and cleaning up all of these lines. I'll be honest. If you look at my art, it's a little rough. It's rough around the edges. I'm gonna make the edges suitably rough rather than slightly unpleasantly schma. So let's see what we can do about that. Huh. Let's see what we can get to happen. Let's see, what to do, make happen, doing, I don't know English, as much as I would like to pretend. I'm not the most eloquent speaker. I should put background music in the stream, says Code Hard Programming. Yeah. I have very mixed feelings about that. On the one hand, I get where people are coming from. Sometimes if you're watching a stream on mobile, you can't for some mobile devices, you literally if you're using the Twitch app, you can't be listening to music. It doesn't let you listen to music while you're watching the Twitch app. Apple. Excuse me. And that's unfortunate because I completely understand how sometimes a person would want to be listening to music. I very much enjoy music. I listen to it very, very much often. That's the only reason that I would consider it at all, because In every other scenario, people can listen to music when they're watching the stream. In fact, part of the reason I don't play music during the stream is so that people can listen to music. People can listen to the music that they want to listen to. They don't have to listen to whatever like stupid music I want to listen to, because I'm not saying I listen to stupid music, but I'm saying that like music is very subjective. So if just because just because I like it doesn't mean you're gonna like it. And like, so if I was playing DJ, there would be people who wouldn't necessarily want to see what I was working on because they'd have to listen to like awful music in order to get that just in order to to hear what I'm saying, or have the audio portion of the stream active. So that's a very important reason why I think I wouldn't want to play music. And then there's the other thing is that like I recognize that there are a lot of streams out there that play music, but like if you ask them like what licensing fees they actually pay for that music, I'm pretty sure most of them would laugh at you, which I'm really ashamed of my generation that we hate art so much. Like we claim to like appreciate art by participating in like, for example, listening to music. At the same time, we treat artists like they're garbage. We treat artists like they're not people, and that the thing that we appreciate from them is worthless. So to the extent that like we're a generation of like horrible hypocrites who deserve to like get punched in the face, I'm not going to participate. If I was going to play music on my stream, yeah, one thing I've considered is like I know a lot of people who are in bands and stuff, and so like I could reach out to those people and see if they have music that they'd want to let me play on stream. I like my like, as with most things in my life, my budget is like basically $0. Like I've been saying, until I can get some revenue streams, like I really shouldn't be spending money on stuff like that. Especially because music in particular. Sorry, I'm guessing you probably didn't want like a 10-minute spiel when you suggested it, but sorry, this is what I have to say. Yeah, am I supposed to be shading these roofs? Do I want? Sorry. Did I have a? No, I don't think I'm actually going to shade these roofs because they're actually relatively small and they're very far in the background. So, all right. Sorry. That's just a quick interjection. Yeah, so I know a lot of people who are in bands. I know a lot of musicians. I know a lot of artists who I could ask them about like, do they have music that they want to be hearing on stream? Although, because my budget is relatively low, I probably wouldn't have like a very diverse music collection, right? It would be like because how many people are actually going to say, yeah, sure, here, play my music for free? And then like how much of that are we going to want to be listening to on a regular basis? So like, yeah, there are a lot of factors that would disincline me to play music, or there are a lot of obstacles to playing music, and because there are reasons that I don't want to play music, it hasn't been a priority for me to pursue. Oh yeah, it hasn't been a priority for hasn't been a priority for me to pursue it, which isn't to say that it'll never happen. Just that, yeah, like for the reasons I was talking about, it's probably not going to happen soon, I guess. But who knows? Maybe like a bajillion free musics are going to like fly in here, or like, I mean, honestly, maybe Apple will just make it so that you can listen to music while using the Twitch app. Like that's all they have to do. Like you can do that on Android, right? You can on Android you can like have audio playing and have the. Am I making that up, or is it all mobile devices that you can't play music while listening to Twitch? I could have sworn like, because I was really surprised to find that you couldn't do it on iPhones and like iDevices. Because I could have sworn I like back when I had Android, I had done stuff like that. I could have sworn like, I don't know, maybe I'm making that up. Is it all mobile? Really? Can anyone with a yeah. Yeah, I was because Android just does things that are smart and Apple does things that are mean. So that's like that's just how they roll. So yeah, on because yeah, I think on because I guess I don't know if this is related, but like on Android you can just plainly like multitask, right? You can literally like they're like apps that you can